Visakhapatnam, fondly known as the City of Destiny, where hoary past meets the dynamic present. Steeped in rich history and culture, it boasts of the majestic Eastern Ghats, ancient temples and monuments, pristine beaches lapped by the Bay of Bengal on the one side, bustling trade and markets, thriving tourism, vibrant industry and enterprise on the other. Vizag, well connected by all modes of transport. Situated in scenic and serene surroundings and spread over 241 acres, stands one of the most prestigious management institutes, IIM Visakhapatnam. Shaping the future business leaders of India. Here is where academic excellence meets unparalleled infrastructure to create an ideal learning environment. The campus, built for sustainability, has a certified Griha 5-star rating and houses a captive water treatment plant along with solar energy powering its operations. Step into the future of learning where classrooms are dynamic innovation hubs, equipped with cutting-edge technologies, where students are encouraged to engage actively in discussions, challenges, and are inspired to become future leaders. IIM Vizag encourages diversity, equity, and inclusion. It promotes shared values and beliefs, instilling a greater sense of belonging in the community, so that students coming from across the length and breadth of India get the wonderful opportunity to know about and bond with one another. IIM Vizag boasts of an unbroken 100% placement record ever since its inception.
We continue with 100% placement. Even this year we had achieved the same, even though we had a big batch of almost 270 students to be placed in finals and almost 380 students in the summers. This year we have most of the placements going to the BFSI sector. The sector keeps on changing. We have great names to us. Consulting companies like Goldman Sachs, Bain & Company, Deloitte, KPMG, they all come to our campus. We have companies like Amul coming to us, Tata Group companies come to us, Infosys is there, Cognizant, we have a lot of them. And happy to inform that this year we had 4 international placements as well. 4 of our students have got the job opportunities in Middle East.
The Institute offers international exchange programs for students to gain exposure to global practices and experience the richness of diverse cultures. The library is a treasure trove, offering a diverse collection of print and digital resources. It supports and satiates knowledge pursuits and information needs of the students. The campus is thoughtfully designed to address every aspect of students' needs for convenience and seamless experience. A conveniently situated general store, popularly called the Tuck Shop, ensures easy access to all essentials. The on-campus mess and cafeterias provide an array of delicious and nutritious meals and snacks. Full-fledged banking facilities are right on the campus. Recognizing the importance of a home-like atmosphere for academic success, our fully furnished hostels offer a secure and comfortable living environment. The well-equipped 24/7 health center has qualified and experienced doctors and nursing staff. Besides academics, the campus has numerous student-run clubs, including academic, entrepreneurship, sporting, socio-cultural and liberal arts. Networking opportunities help students gain self-confidence, develop camaraderie, and forge lifelong friendships. Embracing a well-rounded approach, our state-of-the-art sports and games facilities provide the perfect space to relax, recharge, rejuvenate, and stay fit. The holistic experience at the campus encourages students to enjoy the learning journey in all its fullness. IIM Visakhapatnam, where aspiring minds are ignited and future leaders are shaped. IIM Vizag pays careful attention to the learning and development of every student. The well-qualified faculty blend industry experience with their impeccable academic and research credentials. IIM Vizag fosters a collaborative environment for faculty, staff, and students. The Great Place to Work certification showcases the Institute's unwavering commitment to creating a consistent, positive, and supportive experience for collaboration and co-creation. Winning laurels in a short span of time for the academic and research reputation. IIM Visakhapatnam is today a preferred knowledge hub for education, entrepreneurship, enterprise, and empowerment.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to start the proceedings of the inaugural function. May I request everyone to please settle down and kindly put all electronic devices on silent mode. Thank you. Sir, I also extend welcome to our Director, Professor M. Chandrasekhar, PGP Chairperson, Professor P.R.S. Sharma, PhD Chairperson, Professor Amit Shankar, as well to the ceremony. Welcome, sirs. I also extend a very warm welcome to other dignitaries present, my faculty and staff colleagues, parents, second-year students, and friends from the media. I now request Professor Chandrasekhar to kindly lead the chief guest to the dais. Thank you, sir. I also request Professor P.R.S. Sharma, Chairperson PGP, and Professor Amit Shankar, Chairperson PhD, to join the guest on the dais. Thank you. May I now request Professor Chandrasekhar to welcome our chief guest with a bouquet of flowers? Thank you, sir. Light is a symbol of brightness and prosperity. We surely hope that the brightness of education and wisdom will help all of us overcome the darkness of ignorance and will lead us in the path of further growth and prosperity. I request the dignitaries on the dais to inaugurate the function by lighting the lamp. Thank you, sirs. It is a great honor to stand before you as the chairperson of admissions, IIM Visakhapatnam, and to celebrate this momentous occasion with you all. Today marks the beginning of a transformative journey for each one of you, and we are excited to witness the impact you will make in the world of business and beyond. Let me take this opportunity to present the batch profile of the PhD and PGP program. Our new cohort is truly exceptional, and it is my pleasure to share a brief profile of our participants, showcasing the diversity, talent, and experience that each of you brings to this program. The PGP 24-26 admission process, there were 3 phases to it. In phase 1, candidates who had taken the CAT 2023 and had selected IIM Visakhapatnam as one of their preferences and were considered based on their sectional and overall CAT scores. And these applicants were asked to submit an online application form. So we had around 27,000 applications this time for phase 1. And in phase 2, a pre-PI score was calculated based on various parameters like CAT scores, your average marks in SSC, HSC, bachelor's degree, and work experience. In phase 3, we conducted interviews for selected candidates. As being in the past, candidates who were interviewed at 4 IIMs, IIM Bangalore, IIM Indore, and Kozhikode and Lucknow, we collected the scores from them. And the final score was calculated using multiple criteria, which was used for the final admission offers. So this year, the PGP intake, we have 338 candidates registered for 24-26 batch. And coming to gender diversity, this year we have 40% representation of female students, which is highest in the history of IIM Visakhapatnam. Coming to geographical representation, the 338 students are coming from 21 states across the country with Maharashtra contributing to the highest percentage of students for this batch. This is the graduation discipline for the last batch, where we can see the engineering accounted for 70%. Coming to the current batch of 24-26, the engineers are only 64%, adding to more diverse classroom experience. Coming to the average work experience, you can see the 50% of the batch is having 12 to 24 months of work experience, and this year the percentage of freshers is only 9% of the entire batch compared to the last year where we had 28% freshers. And as expected, the work experience, most of the work experience has been in the IT sector with engineering and banking dominating. This is about the PGP 24-26 batch profile. Now coming to the PhD 24 admission process. Again, this was conducted in 3 phases. In phase 1, candidates were asked to submit an online application form. Here we consider different test scores like CAT, GMAT, GRE, UGC, NET, JRF. And in phase 2, all the candidates who had submitted the application form were evaluated based on their research potential, academic performance, test score, and were shortlisted using the pre-PI cutoffs. And these shortlisted candidates were called for an offline interview here at IIM Visakhapatnam. In phase 3, the final composite score was calculated using the test performance, interview performance, and research potential, and the merit list was calculated. This year, PhD 2024, we have the highest number of PhD students, which stands at 12. And coming to gender diversity, we have 8 male candidates and 4 female candidates this year for the PhD program as well, so which shows our strive to improve diversity across all our programs. Again, coming to the geographical representation of PhD, so we have representation from across 8 states of the country. And coming to the graduation discipline, 5 are with engineering background, 2 from commerce, 3 from arts, and 1 management and agriculture background. And work experience also, we have average work experience, we have greater than, excuse me. The work experience of the PhD batch is greater than 36 months, with 6 students having work experience greater than 36 months. Yes, thank you. I would like to congratulate each one of you for making the decision to invest in your future through this program. Your presence here today is a testament to your dedication and ambition. We, the faculty and staff, are committed to supporting you every step of the way. Together, we will embark on a journey of growth, learning, and achievement. With this, I entrust the 338 students of the PGP program to the PGP chairperson, Professor P.R.S. Sharma. And I entrust the 12 students of the PhD 2024 program to PhD chairperson, Professor Amit Shankar. Next, I would like to invite Chairperson PGP, Professor P.R.S. Sharma, for his address.
Om Sabhaye Namaha. Good afternoon to all of you. That's good. Respected Chief Guest, Vice Admiral Samir Saxena ji, beloved Director, the respected Chairman of Academic Council of the brightest institute, Indian Institute of Management, Visakhapatnam, sir, Professor Amit Shankar, the Chairperson, PhD Program and Dean Research from 2 days to come, Professor Kaveri Krishnan, Chairman Admissions, senior, learned, highly qualified faculty colleagues, officers, staff colleagues, associates, scholars, and my dear students, a warm welcome from the depth of heart of mine. At the outset, I will congratulate all of you, for 2 reasons. One, you just crossed high wavelength waves of rigorous tests, interviews, group discussions, so on and so forth, and made it possible out of 2 lakh students. We appeared for, more than 2 lakh appeared for CAT. The second reason why I must congratulate you, because you have taken a wisest decision to enter to the learning platforms of one of the brightest Indian institutes of management, Visakhapatnam. So clap for all of you. I feel honored to submit heartfelt gratefulness to the parents of all of you who have unconditionally supported your decision to become a member of IIM Visakhapatnam family. So you have to clap for all of your parents sitting here, sitting in absentia. Great. Respecting the parents is a must in the culture of the great Indian system. Now let me introduce the rigor of the system which you are going to have in 2 years' time. Please make a note on the dates and block those dates in our diaries from 8th July onwards. 8th July, your learning journey starts. Hopefully on or before 31st March 2026, you are going to be convocated and going to rule the corporate world. So my dears, these 2 years, you please block the dates in your diary, 8th July 2024, 31st March 2026. That is the time period in which you have to dedicate yourself to the academic system of IIM Visakhapatnam, which helps you to transform yourselves. You see the profile, 70% engineering graduates, rest arts, science, agriculture, management. But on the day 31st March 2026, proudly you can say, I'm the student, I'm a graduate from IIM Visakhapatnam. That gives you a lot of honor, that gives you a status, that gives you a position in the corporate world. So, my humble request to all of you, and of course, it is an advice, being the chair of the program, you have to dedicate this time, 8th July to 31st March, for the academic system to run smoothly. And you have to be a part and parcel of the academic system. If not, things will change. Don't think that the moment you got registered for the program, we have achieved everything in the world. It is the start of our learning journey. You may come across a lot of challenges, no issue. The learned faculty colleagues, the experienced leaders, they will guide you how to overcome the challenges, become great thinkers of the universe. Take the lead. Find out, for every problem, there could be 10 solutions. Remember Dr. Shetty, the present chairman of Board of Governors, IIM Bangalore, a great cardiologist. He always says, for every problem there could be 10 solutions. If the solution is not affordable solution, it is not a solution at all. Take this as a lesson, move forward. Don't look back that I'm the greatest of my institute. Prove it here. Take the challenge. I'll give a question. As usual, every batch has to answer this question on the day of graduation. It is individually to be answered, no group activities. WhatsApp messages are not allowed. Think yourself, hey, why I am here? What for I am here? This question you have to answer me on the day of convocation. 30th March 2024, several of your seniors have come to me and answered with tears. Sir, this is the question. Enlightened ourselves and we made us today what we are. So please note this question, what for I am here on this platform of IIM Visakhapatnam. At the last, I just quote 4 lines stanza of Hitopadesha, which was written in Sanskrit by Narayana Pandita. The root is Bruhat Katha, written by great saint Gunadjaha in Paisachik Bhasha. He created a language to write a great story, Bruhat Katha, great story. Vidya dadati vinayam, vinayat yati patrata, patratvat dhanam apnoti, dhanat dharmam tatas sukham. Remember, you are here to make yourself enlightening, kindling the knowledge inside. Vidya dadati, what it gives? Vinayam. One meaning of Vinayam in Sanskrit is be humble. Have humility. Other meaning is Vinayam, moving on right direction. Though you may have a lot of hurdles in the journey, but you have to identify the right path. Take the help of the learned faculty colleagues here. Vinayam, take moving in right direction. Vinayat yati patratam. You have been identified by the corporate world as, hey, the best output of IIM Vizag. Patratam, you have your own status symbol. You say proudly, I am a member in Deloitte team, I am a member in Tata Consultancies. Patratvat, dhanam apnoti. People talk about pay packages. CTCs, already mentioned by our own great old saints. Dhanat, dharmam, tataha, sukham. Go in the direction of the best ways of the universe that leads to the great success, and you will be in the universal picture where others have been shown as the best. So at the end, with this danger, I wish all of you a great success. Greatest of all, which you have not seen till today. And again, I pray the Supreme to bless you all to have wonderful life to reach the acme of your life. Thank you. Dhanyavad.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words to the students. Next, I invite Professor Amit Shankar, chairperson PhD program, for his address.
Very good afternoon to everyone. Dignitaries on dais, our faculty colleagues, students, their family members, staffs. We are starting new journey today. As we are starting our 6th batch of PhD, I will talk about 6 things that we have achieved in last 6 years of our journey or 5 years of our journey. I will start with the publication. I am Visakhapatnam. PhD scholars is the highest number of publication among all baby IIMs. So we are having 28 publications, 7 best paper award, 6 grants, 9 international conferences and 11 national conferences, which is huge among all baby IIMs. On the parameters, on some of the parameters, we are competing with some new generation IIMs too. Second thing which we should celebrate, this time we are taking the highest batch for our PhD, largest batch size. We are having 12 PhD scholars, and definitely this number is the output of the good work which we did from the last 5 years. Third, when we talk about NRF ranking, research play important role. On research parameters, last NRF ranking, we were better than all new baby generation, again baby IIMs we call it. Our rank was 21.3, which is better than all baby IIMs. And we are looking for good score to compete with new generation IIMs, and all credit goes to our PhD scholars. Fourth thing, from this year onwards, we are starting 1 year of coursework. So previously we had 2 years of coursework. We received several requests that can't we make it 1 year. Believe us, we did not play with the quality of the course curriculum. Courses are more or less same, but we reduce the time. So in the minimum time, because this is the era of 2020, right? We have to play 2020. We don't have that much of time that we can play test cricket. So we thought of management allow us to do the coursework in 1 year with same integrity or same intensity, and from this year, we are having 1 year of coursework. Last but not least, this year onwards, we are taking, this year we are having 2 Ambedkar Chair Fellowship also PhD scholars. So we are not only thinking for business or only for management education. Our goal is to also provide social service. We talk about inclusivity, we talk about the social growth, and that's how we have now 2 PhD scholars who will work on social problem. So these are the 6 things. I think when I will come for the next inaugural, we will have many more to speak, and I will get more time to speak on PhD for that. So thank you everyone, current PhD student, for providing these glorious things with us. India always put Jai in some of the words when they understand it's very important. We started with Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. We added Jai Vigyan. Now we have added another Jai called Jai Anusandhan. Because India know now this is the era of research. The huge amount of resources, huge amount of money, huge amount of effort are now India is putting into the research, and our PhD scholars are the backbone of those research. So just we are focusing on that Jai Anusandhan, and we hope that we will contribute to the growth of our country. As we are talking about good thing here, I can assure you, we are the best place in terms of research, in terms of resources. We are privileged enough to having those resources which some of the institutions are not having. Please use those resources, use those databases, use those journals, use the faculty intellectual which we are having, interact with them, and try to get maximum or optimum as you can get. Now definitely I will throw some of the challenges to you people, especially PhD scholars. Every year around 24,000 people are graduating as PhD scholar, which number is huge. So competition is huge. And then always, whenever you have taken a call to come here, and I know this year, some of the students has left the offer of some of the established IIM and IITs and coming to the IIM Visakhapatnam because they have shown the faith on us. Believe me, taking admission to any of the institution, be it PGP or PhD, it's a trade-off, right? If you are taking one call, there is something which you are missing. We always saying, as we could be at ABC or Blackies, especially PG people are always looking for Blackies. Believe me, in PhD world, starting point are different, finishing point are the same. And some of the scholars joined some of the well-established IIM, and this is the proof that research you can do from anywhere. You required environment, you required resources, and you require good faculty. So I must congratulate our faculty also for providing all the supports. So now everyone is knowing us because of research. Some of the suggestion I will want to give you, definitely I will give you some of the gyan when we will make for orientation. But there is some suggestion I want to give, especially to PhD scholars. Don't be in silo. This journey is very loneliness journey of 5 years. It's not 2-year journey that it will pass like this. You have to spend here 5 years, 1 year of coursework and then 4 years of research. The only person who you will interact regularly is your supervisor or tag chair and tag committee. Talk to friends, talk to people, talk among yourself, collaborate. Because this journey is very lonely journey, especially PhD research journey is not very easy, it's very boring journey. So talk to the people, engage with the people. All faculty, thanks to all the faculties that we have open door policy in terms of faculty that any of the PhD scholar can any of time and we can talk on any of the topic. Please talk to each other. Don't be in the silo. That will be my first suggestion. Second suggestion, always keep work-life balance. It's very, very difficult nowadays as our routines has been changed. So please work on work-life balance. It's not very easy for you, but try to maintain that work-life balance. Third thing, this is your last formal degree. I am just talking about PhD only because I am PhD chair. So this is your last formal degree. After that you will get either postdoctoral certification or you work on project. Just enjoy it. This is the last time you will sit into the classroom. Last time you will call a student. After some time you will be sit either here or there as faculty. So you are the colleague, future colleague of us. This is the last time you are sitting as a student. Just enjoy this 4 years, 5 years whenever you complete this journey. And I believe that you are in good hand. I thanks to all admin, our director sir, to providing all the supports. We have inaugurated new hostels for PhD, specifically for PhD, because we thought that PhD journey is different from PGP journey. They need time, they need to work on alone. So that's why we make them separate. We have provided several resources to you that we will discuss later on. I would like to again thank all our existing PhD scholar, passed out PhD scholar who have already passed out and joined some of the places. I would like to welcome you all new PhD scholars on behalf of IIM Visakhapatnam. I would like to thank you for choosing us, and most importantly, I would like to thank your family members. Believe me, it's not very easy job that now you are away from your family members for 5 years. It's not very easy job. So thanks to your family members. I owe to your family members who so trust on us and allow us that we can work together on the research journey. In last, I would also like to welcome our 2 PDF scholars. This time we got 2 postdoctoral fellowship who will definitely bridge between faculty and researcher. So on behalf of IIM Visakhapatnam, I am welcoming our PhD scholars and PDF scholars. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words to the students and highlighting the 6 important highlights of the PhD program. Thank you. Dear friends, IIM Visakhapatnam is growing leaps and bounds under the able leadership of Professor M. Chandrasekhar. He is the founding director of IIM Visakhapatnam since March 22, 2017. I now invite Professor Chandrasekhar for his welcome address and provide insights into the learning journey ahead for the participants.
Thank you, Kaveri. Esteemed chief guest for today's inaugural function, Admiral Samir Saxena Saab, my colleagues in the faculty, in the staff, students, parents, I welcome you all to this inaugural function of the 10th MBA batch and the 6th PhD batch. Before I proceed with the short address that I have here, let me thank Admiral Saab for making it convenient to be here with us all today. Despite his many commitments, he has made it convenient and readily accepted our request to be here. Of course, Kaveri will introduce him more formally, but let me say that Saxena Saab is one who brings with him decades of committed service to the nation, acknowledged immensely for his thought leadership, and through his innovative policies, plans, and practices brought about transformational changes towards high performance in India's maritime ecosystem. He is known for his humility, harmony, working together, and of course, a very good sense of humor. You will of course listen from him, and I am sure you will have many takeaways, not just for your 2 years of learning journey here, but even after you graduate from this institute. I was also fondly recalling that the first batch of IIM Visakhapatnam in 2015 was inaugurated by Vice Admiral Satish Soni Saab, the then Flag Officer Commanding-in-Chief of the Eastern Naval Command. And now we have the good fortune of welcoming Samir Saxena Saab to the 10th batch inauguration. So let me once again thank and kind of welcome all the parents, friends of the students who are present here, print and electronic media. Dear students, you should rightly and rightfully be proud that you are now part of a top performing IIM with many distinctive strengths and accomplishments. It's not as if I am the director I am saying this. The fact of the matter is, till 2023, for 2 consecutive years in a row, as students would readily recognize and are aware of, we are the top ranking IIM among the new generation set of IIMs. And you have seen, many of you have seen the campus already, the kind of wonderful learning oriented or conducive to learning campus that we have built. Very few institutions can boast of that kind of infrastructure. You are joining today a very vibrant community of students who are already part of the IIMB family, who excel in academics, who excel in co and extracurricular activities, and they regularly win competitions across India. So it's, you are joining forces with them to be successful in this competitive world. Our alumni who have kind of graduated from this institute are very well recognized, they are very well settled in their careers, very well recognized and rewarded for their good work, and many of them are holding leadership positions and in the corporate sector, and you should all be proud that you will soon be joining them in the service career. You know, whenever our first batch, second batch students post on the social media that they have become vice presidents and senior presidents, vice presidents in very senior or reputed organizations, we sitting here in this institute feel extremely proud. Dear friends, students, I am Visakhapatnam. I would say, I would always like to describe that if I have to say, put our strengths, I would put them as 4 I's, the letter I. The first one I would highlight is, as some of my colleagues who spoke earlier highlighted, we are very highly and you are very well known for the intellectual resources, with about 40 faculty colleagues, all with PhD from extremely reputed, highly reputed institutions. They will bring to you the best of learning. As the PhD chair mentioned, all of them publish in very top-notch journals, so they not only bring the theory from the books but also the practical side of it to the table. We are an institute with truly national character. Our faculty, as I said, about 40 of them come from as many as 19 states of this country, which shows that we celebrate diversity, we celebrate shared values. About 45% of our faculty are women, and it is our aim to make it at least 50% in the very near future. Dear students, it is said that, popularly said that no man can be a good teacher unless he has feelings of warm affection towards his pupils and a genuine desire to impart to them what he believes to be of value. He or she, as the case may be, teacher is one. It is also said, more important than the curriculum is the question of the methods of teaching and the spirit in which the teaching is given. My colleagues, 40 of them, embody these sayings in letter and spirit. What they bring to you towards learning is of genuine value, which you will cherish when you kind of experience the learning here. You will cherish it for your lifetimes. The second I would like to highlight is about the infrastructure that we have. The kind of infrastructure or the sporting facilities that we have built here are among the best in the country, and these are very, if you look at our classrooms are the most modern, most digitally enabled. I have absolutely no doubt in saying that, because teams from many established IIMs and IITs come and visit our infrastructure. So these are very useful to you as far as your academic and extracurricular pursuits are concerned. So do make full use of them. The third one I would like to highlight is about the institutional processes, the third I. Our processes, again I am not saying because I am the director, our colleagues here, whether they are the faculty or staff, they work with the unity of purpose. They work with the purpose of finding a solution, as you call, with a solution mindset, and with a commitment to make the stay of the students as memorable, as comfortable, as conducive to learning as possible. The fourth I that I would like to highlight, which some of my colleagues mentioned earlier, is investing our entire time and effort in your future. You are the reason why this institute exists. So it's only natural that all our faculty colleagues, all our staff, they work with the singular purpose of, with you as the focus, with your future as the focus. So not only would you be professionally competent here, but you would also develop yourselves personally for growth and success in the corporate, in whatever career you may choose, whether it is higher education or employment or becoming an entrepreneur. You know, Padma Vibhushan Raghunath Mashelkar, who was a former Director General of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, said, institutions cannot build the future for the young because future is not known, but we can certainly build you for the future. We can imbibe those skills, those values in you, which will stand you in good stead in future. Let me refer, why I said that you should be rightly and rightfully proud because you joined this institution. We are one of the very few IIMs which has one of the most vibrant of incubators. And we also have a board approved policy. If you want to try your hand at being entrepreneurial, you can take an academic year of break, you can test your ideas. We keep almost 1% of our budget yearly aside for you to experiment, which means if my budget is 75 crores, I am keeping aside 75 lakhs for you to do your experimentation. And if you think you are not succeeding, you can always come back in the second year and join the program back. So we are the first institution which is committed to developing entrepreneurial leaders, and this is an additional avenue which you will not have in other IIMs, but you will have here. We are also very, very one of the few IIMs which is also an Atal incubation center. So not only is there a Section 8 company for us, which is the IIM Visakhapatnam Foundation for Incubation, Entrepreneurial Learning and Development, but also there is an Atal incubation center. Again, as I said, we are one of the very few chosen IIMs for that. In fact, another highlight I would like to mention, because Kaveri mentioned that 40% of our student intake this year is girls, 80% of our incubated startup ventures are led by women. Okay, so this is again a kind of an achievement which we are very, very proud of. We are a knowledge partner for several central public sector enterprises, for several government departments who have placed their trust and confidence in us. So not only are we training you young minds, we are also giving the capacity building, we are also training the experienced minds. And we are one of the few IIMs who take very seriously, we have a center, a specialized center called CRME, Center for Responsible Management Education. And the purpose of it is to mainstream into the management education that not only creating economic value is important, but it is also important that you should create social value and environmental value. The purpose of responsible management education is that. We are only the third IIM in the entire country which has a Griha 5-star design campus. Going forward, we do hope to be net zero on carbon, water and energy, and you will experience the benefits of being in such a campus. I also saw that, only about 7% of the students, you are coming from Andhra Pradesh, and rest of you remaining 93% is from outside the state. Visakhapatnam is popularly called as a city of destiny. I am sure you have figured it out. It's very well connected, it's clean and green, it's cosmopolitan in nature, thanks to the presence of Eastern Naval Command, several public sector enterprises here. It's a vibrant city, very well known for its art and architecture, culture and cuisine. You must all experience the cuisine here. History, heritage, hills, holy shrines, entrepreneurship and enterprise, innovation and industry, safety and security. This is an absolutely safe and secure place. So your parents, it doesn't mean that, obviously one needs to take care of the precautions that one should naturally take, but this is a very, very safe and secure city. So our job here, dear students, is to enhance your knowledge and skill sets, and to make you professionally competent and as a socially responsible citizen. Socially responsible in the sense of being sensitive to the fellow human being, sensitive to social causes, sensitive to environment, and also enhance your intellectual capacities, whether it is critical thinking, quantitative and analytical aptitude, logical reasoning, rational thought, evidence-based analysis, problem-solving skills. All of you have, as my colleagues mentioned earlier, you have navigated these waters to an extent in the CAT exam. What you will experience in these 2 years is much more rigorous. And we will also build in you the emotional and the social quotients, which essentially deal with the agility, adaptability, communication, collaboration, confidence, confidence building, consensus building, etc. So at the end of these 2 years, you would have imbibed not only a set of hard skills, if you take any management discipline, economics, finance, marketing, operations, strategy, technology, etc., but also a set of social and societally relevant skills which will make you which will prepare you not just for a corporate citizenship but for good global citizenship. The program will broaden your world view. It will enhance the vision as far as the horizons are concerned. It will also prepare you well for the careers ahead, whether you choose higher education, which is PhD, entrepreneurship, or an employment career. And your job, this is all our job. What is your job? Your job is to make best use of the resources that we are providing you. I said intellectual, infrastructure. Okay, we are investing our time and energy. We also have good institutional processes. So it's for you to make best use of these facilities and amenities, opportunities that we are providing. Many of our students participate in competitions across India and win laurels for us. So you must focus equally on academics as well as on sports, other extra and co-curricular activities. You must, as my colleagues mentioned here, Professor Amit Shankar mentioned about work-life balance. You must get quickly adjusted to the demanding work and study schedules, because it is only in the dictionary that success comes before work. In real life, it's the reverse. You work and you can get success. Calvin Newport is a computer scientist. He is a professor of computer science in Georgetown University. He wrote a popular book. He wrote many books. One of them is called So Good They Can't Ignore You. The title of the book is So Good They Can't Ignore You. In that he says, for you to get a rare and valuable opportunity in the future, whether it is employment, entrepreneurial, higher studies, etc., you must instill or you must imbibe rare and valuable skills. To aspire for something which is rare and valuable, you must first of all prepare yourself to be rare and valuable. And he highlights, those of you, I'm not an agent of Cal Newport, but in the free time, if you have, you can always go through that book. He talks about how do you build good habits, how do you work in a very focused way, etc. In essence, friends, the MBA that we are going to bring to you, the MBA degree program, it will help you to excel academically, it will help you evolve emotionally, it will help you engage socially, it will also help you emerge successfully. Vince Lombardi was an American footballer. He said, perfection is not possible, it's not attainable in this less than perfect world. But he said, if you chase perfection, you will catch excellence. So that is what you must be doing. And he also mentioned, it's not that you get knocked down. In a football match, you will get knocked down. That's okay, it happens all the time. But it's whether you get up. Your grades could be low in a particular exam, in a quiz, etc., etc. That's okay, that doesn't matter. It's important how you learn from that experience and propel yourselves even, you know, with greater determination. And don't be shy of learning anything. As Amit and Kaveri and PRS have mentioned, if you don't know anything, it's always good to approach a faculty colleague, so that this 2 years is the most important part of your careers. Of, I would say, actually in life, 2 years of time you are spending, to acquire a degree of value. So you must put your entire kind of energies behind it. So Will Rogers is an American actor, a humorist. He once said, everybody is ignorant, only in different subjects. So always wear a learning cap, always be free, shed your inhibitions, approach any faculty colleague if in the class you haven't understood something. And I also encourage my faculty colleagues to conduct workshops, tutorials, and those of you who would like to kind of reinforce your learning can always join those interventions. Lastly, V in IIMV stands for victory. So there is no looking back for you now that you are part of this family. Brand IIMV is something which is known for its vision and values, vibrancy and visibility, image and identity, purpose and principles. We are building this institution on solid principles. I am sure you will be a very, very active subscriber to those purpose and values. May this 2-year journey here be very engaging one for you, very educative, very enjoyable, very enriching, and may you have wonderful and memorable time here at this institute. One important, before I conclude, I would like to highlight is, while competence is important, when you acquire all these skills, knowledge, etc., obviously you are sharpening your competence. But as I think PRS mentioned, Professor PRS, conduct is also very, very important. The handbook that is given to you, please treat it as not just the handbook but the holy book, because you have to follow it in letter and spirit, and it guides you. It's a moral compass for you. Well, the teaching happens in the class, the learning happens, etc., but how you conduct yourselves outside the class, not only inside and outside the class, is very, very important, but because that determines how successful you will be in life. And do read the handbook in all seriousness and do comply with it, because there will be no shortcuts to the guidelines given there. So may you have a very wonderful and memorable time here. May you all preserve, protect, promote the prestige and popularity of this institute always. Godspeed and God bless you.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom to the students. You never cease to inspire us, and I'm sure with you leading from the front, we are only going to grow higher and higher. Thank you once again, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for me to introduce our chief guest of the day, Vice Admiral Samir Saxena, AVSM NM Chief of Staff, Eastern Naval Command. Vice Admiral is an alumni of the National Defense Academy, Defense Services Staff College, Wellington, and the Naval War College, Newport, USA. As a non-specialist officer, he served on board Indian naval ships Ajay, Sukanya, and Akshay, and as a divisional officer at the National Defense Academy. Having qualified in long navigation and direction with top honors, he served on the direction team on board the aircraft carrier INS Virat, and subsequently as the navigating officer of Indian naval ships Kutar, Godavari, and Delhi. He has been the executive officer of INS Mumbai. His command tenures include the Mauritian Coast Guard ship Guardian and Indian naval ships Kulish and Mysore. In 2015, he was the Fleet Operations Officer, Western Fleet. His appointments ashore include a tenure at the Center for Leadership and Behavioral Studies, after which he qualified the Defense Service Staff College, once again with top honors. Thereafter, he served at Naval Headquarters at the Directorate of Personnel as a Naval Assistant to the Chief of the Naval Staff and as the Principal Director Foreign Cooperation. He was the Naval Advisor at the High Commission of India, London from 2016 to 2019. On promotion to flag rank on Feb 2020, he took over the duties of Assistant Chief of Naval Staff, Policy and Plans, and was responsible for the Navy's perspective, force level organization, financial and infrastructure planning and acquisition. He commanded the Western Fleet of the Indian Navy from December 21 to November 22, a period marked by post-COVID increased operational impetus, warfighting, training, mentoring, and mission-based deployments. In November 2022, he took over as the Flag Officer commanding Gujarat Naval Area, where he actively progressed infrastructure development and community building in what was a comparatively nascent naval area. He was also responsible for the conduct of the Combined Commanders Conference 2023, which was for the first time conducted in a joint environment in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. He has been commended by the Chief of the Naval Staff, the Commissioner of Police of Mauritius, and received an honorable mention at the Naval War College, USA. In 2017, he was awarded the Nausena Medal and the Adi Vishisht Seva Medal in 2023. The flag officer took over as the Chief of Staff, Eastern Naval Command on 1st August 2023. It's an honor to have you here, sir. Now I request you to deliver the inaugural address.
Good evening, everybody. Chandrasekhar, Director, IIM Visakhapatnam, members of the faculty, aspirants of the MBA and PhD program, their parents, family, and friends present, ladies and gentlemen. At the very outset, I'd like to thank Professor Chandrasekhar for this tremendous honor and privilege to speak to all of you. I must also thank you, ma'am, for your very kind introduction. You may have noticed, and in the interest of full disclosure, I must say that I have neither done an MBA nor have I done a PhD. I've got some other qualifications. But I have a very simple message for all the students here today. And my message is that your education here at IIM Visakhapatnam is going to be the greatest gift you have ever given to yourself. Is the greatest gift you've ever given to yourself. But there is a caveat. And the caveat is that it will be so only if you make it so. So this is potentially going to be the best years of your life. You will acquire many things. Much has been spoken of already. You will acquire knowledge. You will make wonderful friends. And if you are truly fortunate in this very, very distinguished faculty which you have, I'm sure you'll make some very treasured mentors. So if we reflect upon the real value of the years ahead of you at the IIM Visakhapatnam, you will acquire many things. Education, and your education is something that nobody can ever take away from you. You will make friends. You will make friends. In the armed forces, we have what we call the system of coastmates. So it's when you go for ab initio training, we're very young, we are 17, 18 years old. You go in for 3 years of boot camp training, followed by a year at sea. And because of the physical and mental rigors of those time, the people that you train with, your course mates, are potentially your closest friends for the rest of your life. So I wish you all to find similar enriching friendships. And perhaps you are truly lucky, you will find a mentor in the faculty. But Mark Twain had said that don't let your schooling interfere with your education. And I would encourage you all to commit to a lifetime of learning. You know, a lot of tech graduates in the house, so you're all familiar with Moore's law, the empirical observation that the number of transistors in the integrated circuit double approximately every 2 years. Now, of course, it's much faster in the age of AI. But let me assure you this, that by the time you retire, you will not recognize today's technology. So that's how fast technology is changing. So for all the tech graduates in the room, I say that if it was technology for you, embrace the liberal arts. Embrace the liberal arts, pursue arts, philosophy, economics, poetry, spirituality, whatever appeals to you. And if you are from the liberal arts, I say adopt AI, make technology an extension of your nervous system, better still, make it your slave. Because looking forward from here, 2 years from now, you'll graduate and you would potentially work anywhere in the world. You would work anywhere in the world. You would be a global citizen. You'll be a global citizen, and therefore it is very important for you to be receptive of other worlds, other civilizations, other nations, other cultures. This is a question that each of us has to answer for ourselves. What is it going to be? What is it going to mean to me to have Virasat Pe Garv in the age of Viksit Bharat? We are the inheritors of the richest civilization in the world. And therefore, there is no reason for any of you to be xenophobic, racist, classist, parochial. You can take an Indian idea and infuse it with Western thought. You can take a Western idea and infuse it with Indian thought and come out with something that is greater than the sum of its parts. The only Indian movie that has made it in the Times list of the best 100 movies in the last 100 years is Satyajit Ray's Pautra Panchali. And it's based on a Bengali novel, set to music by Ravi Shankar, made on a very shoestring budget and inspired by an Italian movie, Bicycle Thieves. So that is it. Adopt any idea from the West, from the Far East, in the year here at IIM Visakhapatnam, if you adopt the Japanese philosophy of Kaizen, or making small improvements in your life every day. Not easy. But if you make 1% improvement in your life every day, at the end of the first year, you'll be 37 times better than you are today. So I can imagine you'll be learning many of these skills. You will learn empathy. I do hope that you will learn empathy, which is to recognize the pain and the feelings of another human being's emotions. And you will recognize and respect the differences amongst each of you. You will respect your diversity. And this is absolutely necessary for teamwork and camaraderie. We're in a beautiful hotel. When you step out of this hotel, you should go to the deck and look out at the ocean and see all those ships over there. There'll be some merchant ships, there'll be some men of war. And think about, how does this ship go around the globe? How does it go around the globe? Because there's one captain, he's got his representative, he's the officer of the watch, he's standing on the bridge, he's maneuvering the ship where it needs to go. He's assisted by a lookout who's keeping a sharp watch that, the ship should not collide with any small fishing boat. It's a beautiful day outside, beautiful visibility. I, really beseech you to go out and enjoy the view. And then between decks, there are, somebody on the communication system talking ashore, somebody's on the radar looking further out. There's somebody working on the systems, there are teams working on the systems to generate electricity, distribute the power to systems, weapons, sensors. There's another team of people who are, working below decks on the marine propulsion and the steering. And there are other people cooking food for everybody, looking after the spare supplies. It's all about teamwork. It's always all about teamwork. And the Navy is totally a team sport. And in most organizations that you go to, it'll be very essential to practice teamwork. So I say that, I think sir also said about competence. And I say that while it is important to be competent, it is equally important to be comfortable with the competence of others. And you would learn many, I think negotiations really important, because the possible kind of jobs that you will go into, and you will not get what you deserve. You will get what you negotiate. So you need to think win-win, and all of this is going to take huge amount of perseverance, huge amount of perseverance. And I'm just picturing each of you late night sitting in your room or sitting in the library, writing a paper, and the grammar is correct, the syntax is correct, the arguments are sound, they're logically brought out. But you know it yourself. There's no oomph. The oomph factor is not there. There's no real idea. What is your USP? Why would somebody want to read your paper? And you will struggle. You will struggle. And in this I will tell you, there's only one advice I will tell you. Look out of the window. Look out of the window. In your solitude will be born your best ideas. So the Bhagavad Gita tells us that we are entitled only to action and not to the fruits thereof. And it will be easier for you to understand it when you're at my stage of life. Perhaps some of you already understand the philosophy very well. But we live in a material world. We live in a material world, and therefore, you will need to be self-assured in your belief that your genuine efforts will be appreciated and rewarded. But you will have to be patient for your reward. Be happy when good things happen to good people. Because we are 1.4 billion people, there's an obvious scarcity. And it is very possible to be jealous or envious of another person's good luck or good fortune. It was Winston Churchill who said that when every medal shines, it also casts a shadow. So anybody who's wearing any medal, there's potentially other people who are equally well deserving of it. But the worst thing is, the Germans have a word for it, Schadenfreude, to derive pleasure from another person's misfortune. Avoid the curse of being that sort of a person, a kind of person who can laugh at his competitor's misfortune. So be at peace with yourself, find your work-life balance. Work is a part of life, so you have to find that holistic balance, and keep asking yourself, in my work, in my life outside my work, what am I investing? What am I paying and what am I sacrificing? I've been to IIM Visakhapatnam. I can tell you that when I went there, I wished I was 40 years younger. I would have been there. And you got beautiful facilities, and indoor, outdoor, really wonderful facilities. And I tell you this, pick a sport, find a hobby. Pick a sport, find a hobby. This is going to be your insurance against insanity. So some of you may be familiar with what is called the boiling frog syndrome, but I'd like to just share it with everybody. So the boiling frog syndrome, if you put a frog into boiling water, it'll jump out. But if you put a frog into lukewarm water and bring the water slowly to boil, you will cook the frog alive. So it is a metaphor for the inability or unwillingness of people to react to or be aware of sinister threats that are gradually in their lives rather than come all of a sudden. So if you're in a job, if you're in a relationship, if you're in a situation that does not inspire your passion, but makes your ends meet and satisfies your sense of social obligation, you have a responsibility to either get out or accept a life of mediocrity. Either get out or accept a life of mediocrity. Your intuition will tell you that you are stuck. Don't ignore your intuition. Cultivate it. It's that inner voice that speaks to you, and if you ignore it, it will leave you. In the study of warfare, the French have a word for it. It's called coup d'oeil, or the commander's intuition of the situation. So, there's a chart over there, there's a map over there. The whole team, the staff is looking at the plan and trying to see, what options to bring to the table. And a truly brilliant commander will come and look at that chart or that map, and he will understand something, that he'll see something that nobody else has seen. So that is coup d'oeil, or the commander's intuition of the situation. And Albert Einstein said that the intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. And we have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. You need to think about, why should you be happy at work? Why should you be passionate about your work? Because somewhere between 2/3 or 3/4 of your waking hours, you are going to be at work. And it is going to be very important for you. It's going to be your sense of identity. It's going to be your sense of self-belief. A very large portion of your happiness quotient will be defined by the work that you do. And if you don't believe me, I want you just for a moment to reflect upon the lives of your parents or anybody else, elder who you know well. So it's really important, and it's a great blessing to be able to be passionate about your work, to be able to work hard, even if oftentimes you feel that the only reward for hard work is more opportunities to work hard. It's a great blessing. And when you have that blessing, be bold in what you do. Be bold in what you do, because the only great regret can be that you didn't act on the courage of your convictions. The great poet Khalil Gibran wrote on work that if you cannot work with love but only with distaste, it is better that you should leave your work and sit on the temples and take alms from those who work with joy. For if you bake bread with indifference, you bake a bitter bread that feeds just half a man's hunger. And if you grudge the crushing of the grapes, your grudge distills a poison in the wine. So your happiness at work is not going to be defined, I don't think it is going to be defined by the size of the car that you drive, or the collection of expensive wristwatches that you have, or the collection of jewelry that you have. I think it's more likely to be defined by your sense of contributing to something that is larger than yourself, your sense of participating in something that is aligned to your principles, aligned to your passion, and gives you an opportunity to work with people whom you respect. And working with people is not always easy. All kinds of people make the world. It takes all kinds of people to make the world go round. And well, it is good, to be a people person and get along with people. Many times when we are young, we are very worried about what people are thinking about us. And I just tell you, don't worry. They're not thinking about you. They are, in all probability, obsessively thinking about themselves. And even if they're thinking about you, and even if they have an opinion about you, remember this, that life is not a popularity contest. 95% of your happiness in life is going to be determined by the work that you do and the person that you marry. Choose wisely. And if you just, I hope not many of you already married, but if you're not married, think it through. Okay, and but okay, let's try to run this another way. Let's fast forward and reflect upon what could potentially be your greatest regret in life. At the end of your life, at the twilight hour, what would be your greatest regret in life? And sometimes I worry that, I may be regretting that I wish I had the courage to be truer to myself, that I lived the life I wanted to live and not the life somebody else wanted me to live. I wish I hadn't worked so hard and spent some more time with my family. Maybe I wish I had kept up with my friends. Maybe I wish I had the courage to express my emotions. Maybe I had let myself be happier. Because happiness is a choice, it's not a destination. So you must have the courage to live the life that you want and have gratitude for the life that you have, Have faith that with all its imperfections, it is your life. They are your stories. Celebrate it and tell it. Storytelling is a superpower. Find it. Find it by recognizing all the perfections, all the imperfections, all the good and bad luck you've had in your life. Learn to laugh at yourself. And when you reflect upon your life, it's like taking a fix. So let me tell you what is taking a fix in the nautical sense. At sea, when I joined the Navy, there was no GPS. So now of course, life is very easy with GPS, but when I joined the Navy, there was no GPS. So if you are in vicinity of land, you took a range bearing of 2-3 objects, and you could establish by the intersection of those lines your position. But if you were in the wide blue ocean, surrounded 360 degrees by the sea, only the sky around you and the horizon, you had to measure the azimuth and the elevation of 3 heavenly objects at an identified time, and plot it using spherical trigonometry and the science of astronavigation, and establish where you are so that you know where you want to go and when you want to reach there. And similarly in life, each of us will have to take a fix. Where are we? Where do we want to go? By when do we intend to get there? Because whatever happens in your life happens in large measure because of you. True, there are other people, potentially toxic people, who can ruin you. There are other cosmic forces in the universe. There's your karma, there's the blessings of your elders, the good wishes of your friends, the influence of the people whom you know. But predominantly it is you. And it is your reaction to these cosmic forces. That is the law of responsibility. That you are responsible for the choices that you make. And when you fix yourself, when you fix your life where it is, be kind on yourself. God didn't create you to be perfect. He created you to be human. And if you are lucky, you will have some honest friends who will give you some pointers, some feedback. But predominantly, you have responsibility of assessing your own life honestly, sometimes brutally. Critique yourself, mostly kindly. And finally, I say that take care of yourself. Each of you, take care of yourself. You got some tough years ahead of yourself. Take care of yourself. In the olden days, we used to say that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Now it's much, much tougher. It doesn't make him a Jack a dull boy. It can potentially cause burnout. And burnout is very, very real. It is very, very painful. I have experienced it. I wish it on nobody. Please, look after your mental health, look after your physical health, look after your spiritual health. Work hard, play hard, sleep well. In life, you will be a reflection of the books that you read, the friends that you keep, and the places that you travel to. So, your years here at IIM Visakhapatnam is going to be your best opportunity to find those friends, read those books, explore those ideas, and travel to those places. It's going to be the best years of your life. May the gods bless you all. Thank you all for your attention. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening address. I'm sure the students will remember your words for a long time and will follow your advice to gain most out of this program. Now it's time to acknowledge the academic excellence from the PGP batch 23-25. I request Professor Piara Sharma, PGP chairperson, to announce the merit certificate awardees and directors merit list awardees. I also request our chief guest and director sir to present the merit awards to the students.
take this opportunity to announce the first merit certificates. Students, the batch of 23-25 who are ranked first on the basis of academic performance. We call this as a TGPA, term grade point average, at the end of term 1, term 2 and term 3. The names which I am going to announce, they will receive a book grant of rupees 6,000 and a certificate of merit. The names of the awardees term-wise, and I read section-wise. We have 4 sections, so I read in that order. First, I would like to invite Harshita Bhati. She is from term 1, section A. Rahul Pradeep, term 1, section B. Garvit Nakra, term 1, section C. He is the President of Student Affairs Council also. Clap for him. Here there is a tie. Shiny and Vanessa. So let me invite Shiny Shalvaraju, term 1, section D. Vanessa Emilia, please. Both are from section D. Let me move upon term 2. Amit Mishra, term 2, section A. Once again, Rahul Pradeep, term 2, section B. Abhijit Patnaik, term 2, section C. Shivi Goel, term 2, section D. Meenan Anushka Srinivasan, term 3, section A. Muskan Sharma, term 3, section B. Rishita A, term 3, section C. Sai Vignesh K, term 3, section D. Now I'll move upon Director's Merit List. Sir, the top 5% students in this batch 23-25, again on the basis of academic performance, we calculate CGPA, cumulative grade point average, at the end of first year, just they finished first year, are included in the Director's Merit List. The eligible students receive a book grant of rupees 10,000 and a certificate of merit. Now I read the names of the awardees roll number wise. It is not in the merit, right? Roll number wise. First, I invite Amit Mishra. Cherukuri Hima. Harshita Bhati. Meera Nair, M. Avinabha Banerjee. Kinjal Panwar. Kriti Jangir. Muskan Sharma. Rahul Pradeep. Abhijit Patnaik. Ananya Pandey. Garvit Nakra again. Parvati P. Nair. Rishita A. Sai Vignesh K. Shavrun Bhavin Kumar. Shaini Selvaraju. Sivi Goel. Vanessa Emilia. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, and congratulations to all the award recipients. Keep up the good work. I now request our Director, Professor Chandrasekhar, to felicitate Vice Admiral Samir Saxena ji with a token of our love and appreciation to grace the occasion. Thank you, sir. Now it's time for a vote of thanks. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude on behalf of IIM Visakhapatnam to all of you who have gathered here today for this inaugural session. Let me take this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Samir Saxena ji. Despite his demanding schedule, he graciously accepted our invitation to grace the occasion and inaugurate the program. Thank you, sir. Your presence has added a significant level of prestige and encouragement to this event. I would also like to extend our gratitude to Professor M. Chandrasekhar, Director IIM Visakhapatnam, for addressing the gathering. Thank you, Professor. You have consistently been a constant source of guidance and inspiration for all of us here at IIM Visakhapatnam. I also express my thanks to the program chairs, Professor P.R.S. Sharma, PGP chairperson, and Professor Amit Shankar for PhD chairperson for addressing the participants. I would like to take this opportunity to express my sincere appreciation to my dedicated team from the admissions office, Shivakumar, Keshav, and Hemaraju, for their instrumental role in facilitating a seamless admission process and bringing all of you together here for this program. A big thank you to all. I would also thank the admission committee members for their continuous support and guidance. I also like to express our appreciation to our dedicated team from the program office, IT, projects, and the admin staff who has worked tirelessly to organize and execute this event. Without their efforts, today's event would not have been possible. A big thank you to all of you. Once again, congratulations to all the students and thank you all for joining us for the inaugural function here. With this, we conclude the inaugural ceremony. I invite the dignitaries, students, parents, and my faculty and staff colleagues to join us for the high tea. All faculty members would have the high tea at Nautica. I request all the students to wait until the chief guest leaves the venue. Thank you.